evening, and welcome to Fake News Live, the fakest source of news on the internet.
We're so fake, we're not even live.
I'm Scott Corman.
And I'm Andrew Franklin, and now for this week's Untrue Stories. We open the news with a happy ending on that search for America's Top 40 host and talented voice actor, Casey Kasem. Kasem was reported missing by his children, but was located in the back of the Mystery Machine, sleeping it off after being hidden there by his wife, Jean Kasem. Casey Kasem remains in good physical health and anti-Semitic. Jean Kasem was arrested at the scene of the crime. Reportedly, she would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for those darn meddling kids. In health news tonight, the FDA has approved e-cigarettes for use after cybersex.
The former mayor of Kennewick, Washington, has been barred from attending his daughter's high school graduation because he is a convicted, low-level sex offender. Dozens of other sex offenders quickly volunteered to take his place. The mayor said not to worry, he'll just attend another high school graduation instead. Producers have apologized for the abrupt cancellation of the touring version of Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical, Jesus Christ Superstar. However, the faithful fanbase does not need to worry, because producers have said it will be resurrected next spring.
One Direction singer Liam Payne has issued an apology for his band's mistakes, saying he is sorry for going in two directions. A family of 4 was recently swallowed inside of a sinkhole, but as we speak, Superman is speeding around the world in an attempt to prevent it from happening in the first place. In other news, a family of 4 narrowly escapes being swallowed by a sinkhole.
Park rangers are still searching for 6 missing climbers on Washington's Mount Rainier. Their only clues thus far are an empty picnic basket and reports of a smarter-than-average, scat-singing brown bear in the area. Hey, boo-boo! Willie Nelson has finally received his black belt in karate. To pass the test, he had to master a variety of maneuvers, including Crouching Tiger, Hidden Baggy.
The Arsenio Hall show has been cancelled again. Reportedly, his fan is reeling with shock. Saturday Night Live alum Amy Poehler recently appeared at New York Book Con to promote her new book. Tens of people turned out for the event.
Over on the other side of the convention center, rival event Book Expo hosted a presentation by Girls star Lena Dunham. Tens of people turned out for the event.
Hey Scott, I hear they have a really good banquet there on opening night, but I wonder how dressed up they like to get.
Well, Andy, the men like to wear their favorite book jackets and the women their favorite slipcovers. The men can't wait for them to come out, but the women do not want an early release.
Seth MacFarlane's latest movie opened with a dismal $17 million take over its opening weekend, finding just one more way to die in the West, and the East, and the South, and the North.
And overseas, Antarctica. But I heard it was a huge hit in North Korea.
This movie was so bad, even the Chinese refused to pirate it. Gwyneth Paltrow created an online uproar when, during an interview, she compared dealing with internet talkbackers to the torture of being a prisoner of war. Trust me, nothing compares to the torture of sitting through Country Strong.
Time magazine this week reported on an experiment conducted by researchers at the University of Leeds, demonstrating you can teach kids to eat vegetables. All it takes is patience, persistence, and a deep fryer. This week, the glass sky deck at the Chicago landmark Willis Tower cracked as visitors stood inside. Unfortunately, the Sears return policy is only 90 days.
Results from a study were revealed this week, demonstrating that just 4 hours of internet porn a week is enough to reduce the size of a man's brain. Just 4 hours. What do you think of that, Scott? 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 Justin Bieber made news this week when footage of him hit the internet, in which he tells a joke with the racial epithet as its punchline. Bieber issued an apology stating, "I was a kid then, but now I'm a man." So says the man who this year alone was arrested for drunken drag racing, attempted robbery, and egging his neighbor's house. Tune in next week when he's arrested for toilet papering his principal's home. Oh yeah, I'm a believer. You know what? Justin, you're not a man. You're a baby.
This year's Scripps National Spelling Bee ended in a tie for the first time in 50 years, as the two finalists realized, hey, this is stupid. We have autocorrect. Bill Gates is using his non-profit foundation to invest millions in research into the development of condoms which are made to feel more like skin. Now all he has to do is invest millions into actually getting nerds laid.
Maria Sharapova has won the French Open. I'm looking forward to seeing the Russian Open. Famed NFL quarterback Dan Marino, who received 2 concussions while playing for the Dolphins, withdrew the lawsuit he filed against the league in which he claimed concussion-related injuries, now claiming he was never actually harmed, thus proving he received concussion-related injuries. And on that note,
Law! From Fake News Headquarters in Milwaukee. See you next time.
remember, we made up the news, so you won't have to read it. Good night.